Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with an on-the-fly review for you. And today I'm talking about the Tragedy of Macbeth, directed by Joel Cohen, and starring Denzel Washington, Frances McDormand, Harry Melling, Hawkins, and Brendan Gleeson. This was released last year exclusively for Apple TV. It's of course based on William Shakespeare's cursed Scottish play, and he's nominated for a couple Oscars, including Best Actor for Denzel. Uh, do I gotta tell you what Macbeth is about? Alright. Macbeth is a warrior who, shortly after ending a war, being the big champion, uh, and rising up the ranks, is given a premonition by three witches that he will be king. This ambition really seeps into his head, makes him and his wife drives him crazy and drives him to murdering the king. He becomes a mad, tyrannical king. He's a madman. He does lots and lots of horrible things to the people in his kingdom. And he's also has the whole the second premonition about how he cannot be killed by a man born of woman, nor can he die until the force moves to his castle walls. Look, Macbeth has murder, betrayal, manipulation, sex, war, madness, witches, and every movie version I see ends up being fucking boring. If I had to give this movie thumbs down, thumbs up, or thumbs down, it'd be thumbs down because I thought a lot of the acting was stale, and I thought a lot of the production overall just looked very, very cheap. Um, there was a lot of this kind of just not even emoting for a lot of the speeches, just reciting poetry, and it's just so dull. There's been lots of versions of Macbeth. There was the one with Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard from a few years back, which I couldn't even finish. It was so shitty. There was the Orson Welles one where he does a Scottish accent, which I've never even seen. There's the reimagined ones, Men of Respect, with John Turturro as a gangster, Macbeth, which is really bad. There's Scotland, PA, which is a comedy version of Macbeth, um, where about a guy about a burger chain, and which is very, very, very funny movie. Would recommend it. And then there's of course Akira Kurosawa's Throne of Blood with Toshiro Mifune, which is great, brilliant. It's the best version of Macbeth. You should see it if you can. And this doesn't include one of my favorite fucking scenes either. I meant to just I don't know. Just this movie was a disappointment and ultimately kind of just bothered me. It was Macbeth is like probably my favorite Shakespeare tale, and it's always they always have to try to hip it up or change it in some way, and it's just never really done quite right. Like I said, I like the photography. I thought Corey Hawkins did an okay job as Macduff. I can't wait to see, the next historical or famous character he plays. Who knows? It'll be Corey Hawkins, that guy who's famous for playing Dr. Dre in Macduff. Uh, it's weird casting, and it's overall a disappointing movie. Even though it's hard to say I didn't get invested in it because it is Macbeth. But every single time, starting to really get into the movie, get into this character, there'd be a bad soliloquy, or just this random dude will walk in with like dreadlocks and shit and start speaking in an obvious American accent, clearly barely even understanding what he's saying. Do I got a fucking cowlick? What's going on back here? Anyhow, yeah, man. I talked myself down to 2.5 stars. It was, like I said, a disappointing movie, and even Denzel wasn't that good in it. If you want to see it, see it. But for me, I ain't recommending it. Anyhow, hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.